We'll do it live. We'll do it live. My YouTube isn't saying that I'm live. Why not?
Live.
Oh, okay. You know, I fear that you're not getting my entire intro in there. That upsets me.
But then go live, then do the intro.
No. It has to be done a certain way. It just has to. It just has to. Anyway. Yeah. How's everyone doing today? Hopefully good. Hopefully well. Hopefully everyone's had a nice restful Thursday, or as I was told to me today, Monday number 4. Monday number 4 is what today is. Can everybody hear me okay?
Yeah. You're fine.
I don't believe you. I think you're lying to me. I think you're telling me fibs. Fibs.
What's new?
I don't know.
Hey, Trico.
I don't know Trico's in the hizzy. In the hizzy. Hello, Trico. I'm inking another page for my comic. And, yeah. So this is the page that I love doing because it's just a whole lot of black ink. Black ink. Black guy.
White chick.
White woman. Black guy choking a white woman. This is how I get my rage out. This is me choking Lolo. I'm just kidding. No. It's just me. No, it's not me. It's actually just a part of the comic that's been in there for a while. I know some of you might be concerned, like every time this guy draws a page, it's violence against women. No, it's not it. You're just seeing actually the same, like the page right after the last one. And no,
All makes sense.
Yeah, it all makes sense when you buy the book. Buy the book.
Whenever it's done.
It'll be done. It'll be done. Just buy the book. That's all you gotta do.
It'll be a good book.
Yeah, it's gonna be an amazing book. It's gonna be. Everyone's going to love it. And I mean, listen, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I think the book's gonna be amazing. I think you're gonna love it. And on top of that, I honestly think they ought to give me a Harvey and a Ringo and maybe an Inkpot award just now. Listen, I just don't want to create envy later. Okay. So they just give me the awards. I'll keep it low key. And we'll do it. Don't have to, be fine. I'm totally okay with that. I don't really need like all the pomp and the parades. I don't need any of that. Just send me the awards, FedEx them to me. I'll get them. I will lovingly place them.
Trico has a question.
What comic is that for? I'm glad you asked, Trico. This is for The Begotten, my comic that is my I've been trying to do this book for a while, and I drew it before, didn't like it, felt that I could get better, and I felt that the story deserved me when I was a better artist, honestly. So I took the time and I did another book before this, and concentrated on getting some projects out, some other projects that weren't for me, and now I'm like, okay, I need to do this book, and now I feel comfortable doing it. Hopefully, I'm still growing as an artist. So hopefully, even after issue 1, I'm able to get down the line to issue 50 or whatever. Hopefully, everyone will see another growth in me. Well, not a growth in me, but a growth in my art ability. A growth in me would be quite disturbing.
Hello, Stephanie.
Yeah. A growth in me would be horrible. No, something's growing inside of me. Quickly get it out. Doc, you gotta help. Sorry, Mr. Grant. Your insurance does not cover parasitic removal. I'll drop a couple of F-bombs to the doctor. Maybe insult his. Probably in. How did you go full screen? What's up with that? I don't like that. I don't like that at all. You don't understand how to control the the setup there, the user interface. You don't understand that? Is that what I'm hearing?
I figured it out.
Yeah.
Be full screen.
I don't want to be in full screen.
People need to see your beautiful art.
I don't think I like my co-host very much. What? Why is everything over here vibrating? Someone sent me a message. I think someone did, or an email. Could be a colorfully worded email. I've gotten those before. Hey, you mother! All right. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, this book has been what I want to do for a while. So yeah, it's coming along slowly but surely. This is issue 0. This is kind of like an origin book. So because I started issue 1, started on that already, but I was like, you know what? There's more story to tell, and I just think if I go back and I do this, that, and the other, it'll be cool. Yeah, more story, more backstory, more exposition dumps, right?
Sure.
So anyway, hope everybody had a good Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday. Hooray. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It's a wonderful day. Friday. It's the day before the weekend. You can go out and you can go get yourself in trouble. Prove to society that you are not capable of being left to your own devices. Because Monday you show up rough, like, oh my God, this weekend was horrible. I did this and I did that. I thought you said you were gonna have fun. Oh, it was.
Are you gonna do face paint tomorrow?
It was hella fun. Hella fun. Yeah, you'll be face painting the child tomorrow. He has the second of a couple Halloween parties. Yeah, I don't know why she's doing face paint. Just a big kid. She wants to dress up. Yeah, she says, Travis says, all his Thursdays are awesome when he gets to watch the Breakfast Buzz. Yes, I had the Breakfast Buzz this morning. I didn't have any breakfast. I had crackers for breakfast. It was horrible. But yeah, the Breakfast Buzz. That was a good show this morning. I had a lot of fun with Randy. Talking about comics and the industry, and we do that every Thursday morning, 9 a.m. and every Tuesday at 9 p.m., which is a much more serious, much more grounded show. It's our Tuesday. Bro, again with the violence, I feel like you and Lola need some counseling for what you're drawing. I kid. Really stoic, the dynamic shot, solid dynamic shot. Can't see the ones where she fights back to. Yeah, she's gonna get a chance to do some stuff. Yeah, I mentioned that earlier. I said, "Oh my gosh, people are gonna think I'm just, violent." But this is me working on my aggression against Lola. She told me I couldn't have that X-Men comic because it was $80. I'll show her. I'll choke her in tonight's comic. Yeah, this will learn her.
I am in that comic though.
Yeah.
Just not that chick.
No. Yep. Oh man, I am. I took a little nap today. Little. When I say little, not one of my usual naps. Not those 5 to 9ers. No. I took a short power nap, they call it, and I don't feel powered or powerful at all. I feel like I got cheated out of sleep because that went way too quick. And he says, I ain't right. Yeah,
He's not.
Yeah, I'm not right.
Never was.
I do like doing these drawing streams though. There's something about them. I was telling Randy this morning. I said, "Oh, there's my ruler on the
You
floor."
said, uh-oh.
Yeah. I said that they allow me to concentrate on the piece to get it done, just to keep working on it. Because sometimes, left to my own devices, I'll stop, I'll stare, I'll figure out where this line needs to go. When I'm streaming, my brain is telling me, hey, you don't want to have not just dead air, but you don't want to have people watching, looking at you, looking at a page, and figuring out where to go. So I'm thinking ahead while I'm doing pieces. That's kind of cool. It's a new exercise in a way. See, that's the only exercise I get. Because, naps are life. Yeah, naps are great, man. When you can take a nap, that's how you know you're getting old. Because when you're a kid, somebody say, go nap. Like, I ain't taking no nap. I don't want to take a nap. This is weak. This is weak sauce. You get old, you're like, yes, a nap. Oh my goodness. And I mean, like, my kid's old enough to kind of look after himself now. Not that I trust him, but when I want to take a nap, I'm like, hey man, go do something. I'm gonna go nap. And I do. And I wake up in the house, it doesn't smell like fire. I'm like, yes. He still has a full
video games.
Yeah, still has a full head of hair. Probably played some horrible video games and done some really bad things online, but I got a chance to nap. That's all that matters. I got that nap time in.
Yeah. Such parenting skills.
Oh man, yeah. Look, I have a much better time with Kate when you're gone.
Because you let him do whatever.
Yes. And do whatever builds character.
No.
Ah, so you lost an eye. Now, what do we do to keep the other one we have, the spare?
Hey, you almost lost an eye twice.
Yeah. That wasn't on my watch, though.
We were all here.
Yep, that wasn't on my watch. Everyone knows I'm neglectful. Got a chance to meet his art teacher today. I knew it was his art teacher before anyone even said anything. I just knew it just from the way that he carried himself and was walking down the hall. He was I just knew it. I said, that's an art teacher. That's an art teacher. And it was his art teacher. And people were shocked that I knew that. But we can smell our own. Something peculiar about him.
Read your comment. I got a back-to-back one.
And Caden, I'm going to nap. Yep. You said what?
There's another one coming.
Yeah. Yep. That's it. Dad, while you were napping, someone broke in and ordered a bunch of Legos on your credit card. Yeah.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
That's why we hide all the cards.
Yeah. I think he might actually try. Yeah, someone broke in, Dad. Some crazy guy. He broke in, right? Yeah. Tell me if I just got free. Can I keep the Legos? No, you said in the back. Yeah, my kid loves Legos. Legos, Connects. Tried to get him to Connects earlier, but I think he was a little bit too little for them. But now he's like, oh, yeah, those look cool. He's a weird kid.
He's like you.
Yeah, a little bit. I was a little bit cooler than Kate. Like I was showing interest in the ladies too. Even at 9. Like, yeah, I'm gonna get me one of those. It's going for the 11-year-old girls. Yeah. The upperclassmen.
No girls.
They were.
Too young.
They brought their own lunches to school. They were, properly trained. And by trained, I mean they were, they didn't make them, they can wet themselves Unlike the 5-year-olds I was hanging out with. No, I didn't go girl crazy. I never went girl crazy. I never did. I never went girl crazy. I like girls. I like them, but I never thought, oh my goodness, I gotta go. They were like, my friends took very big risk to go be with girls. Like, they'll call me, hey man, I'm going to Susan's house tonight. Oh, okay. Yeah. Her parents are her dad works till 11 and her mother sleeps like all day. So I'm gonna go hang out in her basement. And I'm like, dude, what if her mother comes downstairs? What if her father comes down? What if her father comes home early from work? What if you get caught? They would always hey, tell me, oh man, Travis says I'm on here too. I'm everywhere. Multi watching. Trey, help me get those views up. Yeah. But yeah, she would, so my friends take these big risks, and I never would. I could not. I couldn't stomach it. Like, oh my goodness, what if her parents come home? What if, and so I never did that stuff. Like, the risk was too great. What if we get caught? I know they were going over to do, so you gotta stand up and act like you weren't doing anything, and what you were going over there to do, you nasty little freaks. That's why if I ever have a little girl, I'm buying myself a shotgun. When these little knucklehead boys come around,
I'm getting it for a chastity belt.
Looking for my door. Can I come in your house and play video games? I got something for him. You gonna play with me? That didn't sound right, but you know what I meant. Yeah. I would like a little girl. I would like to have a little girl, but yeah, that's just so I can again buy that shotgun. And so anyway, I'm gonna be able to buy a new weapon. He goes, why do you need rifles? Why do you need guns? Because we have daughters. That's why, and it must be protected from scoundrels, from boys looking to, and some girls looking to deflower them and take away their flowers. Yeah. Assuming that's what deflowering means. Been deflowered. I don't know if you guys seen this, but the tampons that took off the female sign.
Always.
Yeah, always took off the female sign off the female accoutrements. The time of the month accoutrements. Here's the problem with that, though. I think that's not the biggest obstacle. If they need to rename some of those. I mean, some of those have some really, really girly names. And maybe I'm playing devil's advocate here, but
guys don't use them.
Well,
what do you do? Stick them up your butt?
Hey, we might. No. Here's the problem. I think they ought to get rid of some of the names of the products. Like, I don't look. If you're a guy and you're using them, that's fine. But I don't think you want to smell like oceans, like ocean mist and stuff. Man, we like masculine names. They do.
No, they don't.
Yes, they do. I'm sure they do.
No.
I'm sure there's some scented ones.
Okay.
Like ocean pearl or black strawberry or passion fruit. I'm pretty sure they got passion fruit tampons. Listen, I'm an expert on female anatomy, and I'm very sure that they have. I'm very, very sure that they have scented tampons. Very sure. So you don't tell me. I know. Yeah, I know. I'm an expert and I know everything. So I know they're made in the same factory as like scratch and sniff posters. So
Whatever.
yeah,
It's like saying they're made in the same factory that Kane just got his pencil from.
they could be. The scratch and sniff smello technology is a highly guarded secret. So I would not be surprised if it was. But no, they need to get rid of some of those names.
No.
Start remarketing commercials too. I mean, commercials. Tired of seeing them walk around. Yeah, get this because it does this. I want to see hard rock and roll commercials with monster trucks. And
That's what it feels like.
I want to roar. Yeah, it's that time of the month.
That's what it feels like.
I want Linkin Park. It starts with one night.
Yeah.
I'm really mean. I'm gonna lose Facebook friends for that. Can't believe he just said that. That guy's an ass. Surely I jest, but I really think they should probably consider some other things to change. I don't like the fact this pen is calling me a Negro. It is. I'm reading on this pen. I don't like it. I want it changed immediately. Hey, those black convict fish. Didn't like that. Hey, Dave, how's it going? Oh, what's up, everyone? Hey, Dave. See, I want to live in a world where Dave doesn't have to use brown hands to wave an emoji. I want to live in a world where he can just use just hands. Just hands. So I'm filling in the large black areas first, right? Because it just makes sense to me to do that. Plus, this hopefully will dry a little bit faster. Normally, I did it last, but maybe I got to get one of those oven lights hanging above my table, so it just makes ink dry. Then I'll be hot all the time, right? I feel like a McDonald's burger under that light, just cooking. All right. Now, you guys will notice that I don't go all the way to the ends with this. And the reason for that is because, again, even though this is a good archival ink brush, it does not, it does sometimes start to fade or distort a bit. So when I go closer to ends, I like to use pens with some archival, what's not archival ink, but a little bit of a harder line. Keep my lines all nice and tight. Yeah. This has been the most worst stream ever. Most worst.
Most worst?
Most worst.
Why is that? Why?
Because I've made all types of innuendo unplanned, I will tell you something about this book, and people don't know this. I'll tell you now. So if into the stream, you'll have a heads up on everyone else. I mean, eventually they'll know it when they read the book, but there are little things I've hidden in the book. There's some things I've hidden in the art. Because I'm that deep of a thinker. I've hidden little things inside of the artwork. Some may come into play later. Others, maybe not. But yeah. Isn't that interesting? Does it not make you say,
Rachel's mom's watching.
Oh, hello. Yeah, Lola puts me on her Facebook to make sure that people watch me draw, and I helps my view count. I'll tell you that much, because if you look at her page, man, I get lots of viewers on her page. People just tune me.
Need to go to YouTube though.
Yeah, but you go to YouTube and
like and subscribe.
Yeah, that'll be awesome, because then I'll get monetized on YouTube, my regular station, and oh my goodness, I'll be the happiest boy in Bandcamp. Not Bandcamp, I know I don't play. Yeah,
YouTube is up so everyone can see it.
If Trico's over there, he's giving me that sweet view over there. Appreciate it, sir.
He's on Facebook too.
Yeah. The other good thing about having doing a stream is that it does. I mentioned this last time, but it does. It makes the drawing a little bit less of a solitary experience. Let you talk to people. Makes the whole idea of drawing a page a lot more fun. Or in this case, inking, because inking can be kind of depressing. Mm-hmm. Unless you like being alone. If you like being alone, fine.
It's like you do company.
No, you don't. You're always on that damn phone playing those apps.
Still keep you company.
Oh, yeah.
Hello, Brian.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't see who's in the chat because I'm not into that. I'm not in that program, but I am watching the YouTube. And when I look up occasionally at the screen, Lola will put up a comment for me, and I can read it. Lots of black on this page, lots of shadowing.
Dark page.
Yeah, very dark page. Not just in subject matter, but in lighting. Because the scene before this is very dark. They're in a dark room. And see the anger in his face and the raw emotion.
Trico says he's got your back.
I appreciate it. Yeah, we all right. See, that's one of the times I probably would have stopped and sat and stared at the page for a couple of minutes had I not been on the stream. And I'm still used to my other headphones where I hear everything. And these are not doing that right now. Sorry, I need to. I'm in love with the sound of my own voice, and therefore demand to hear it. And when I can't hear it, there we go. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. Do I like doing panels at Comic-Cons? Yeah. I mean, okay, this is gonna be hard to believe, but as much as you might think I like talking about myself, I don't. So I've done them, and I don't mind doing them as long as I have some actual information to convey. I think one of the problems, and we can agree to disagree, but I think one of the problems with panels is that some people abuse them and make them into advertising for them rather than to you know distribute information or help or teach or inform. And that's what I rather do if I'm doing a panel. I want to be able to teach or inform people of something they might not know. Now if the subject is me, great, but I'm not going to go in there and say, hey, so I make this comic and it's about this and that, and here's how great I am. I don't want to do that. I want to be able to go in there and get some actual valuable information out, unless the panel is about how great I am, in which case I'm probably gonna be really embarrassed, and I think that it'd be better for other people to tell them how great I am. But yeah, I do like doing panels. I've done a few of them. My favorite one probably is it's on my page. It's on my YouTube page. It's Trickle says exactly. It's on my YouTube page, and it is a panel I did at SpaceCon 2016, and Small Press Alternative Comic Expo in Columbus, and I told people about the ins and outs of comics. We talked about contracts. We talked about you know things you could do in this industry to make sure that you have a better time, and we tried to inform people. Katrina Rhodes, who's an editor, was on that panel with me, as well as Chad Gibson from Sinister Undertone. He was on the panel as well, and had a good time. And we actually went over about 20 minutes, I think, over our allotted time. But that was because, again, we were, the information we were giving out, we felt needed to be heard, and no one got tired of it. And people were still asking questions at the end of the con. People at the end of the panel, people were still coming over to my table asking for more information, which I was happy to share. Yeah, panels are awesome, man. I've gone to a few panels that have been informative too. I've lucked out. Because I look at the subject matter of a panel pretty damn close before I attend it. And if it's a panel about anything about indie comics or making your own comic, you could you're probably gonna be best served kind of sitting back and seeing who's on the panel first. But there are some people who give out good information. Wizard used to do a lot of indie comic panels back in the very early 2000s. I'm talking about 04, 05. But they have since stopped, apparently. Well, they still do some panels, but they used to really, and their reception to those panels were pretty good too. Plus, Wizard was slick. They'd set those panels up, and they put like boring panels right before panels with super big celebrities in them. So people would come into that panel early and sit so they got a good seat. So, if you're going to do a panel, maybe book your panel right before super big celebrities, if you can. Some cons don't allow that now. Some cons like, nope, can't do that. We're going to clear the room out. We need all the room cleared. But others are like, oh, yeah, go ahead. Do your panel now so you can act like Kevin Smith's crowd is your crowd. I'm a big name. Tell you what I have seen. And I have no problem with it, but I've seen I won't say that, never mind. Keep my mouth shut. I do know of an artist who photoshopped his line, the line in his table, like really, really badly too. Like he photoshopped it as if people were lined up for miles at his table and posted it to his Facebook like, yeah, the art of your boy. Here I is. And it made bleeding cool. And he took it like, oh, my internet team did that. I'm sorry. Yeah, your internet team did it. Took it down. That there's some artists and kahunas out here. I'm telling you. I'm talking about some big, huge spankers. Like, how did you? Like, you have to be a special type of just narcissistic to say, hey, we're gonna go in Photoshop. We're gonna steal the likenesses of a bunch of people, and then we're gonna Photoshop them into a line at my table, and then we're gonna post that image, and like it's just another day at the con, just another day at the show. I mean, listen, you have to be very, very, very vain. That's coming from somebody who is very, very vain, and no, I'm not vain. I don't think I am. I know some people who might say that I'm vain, but those people are reflecting. They use big $3 words or $5 words because they skimmed a psychology book once, and diagnosing people is a way for them to deal with their own faults as individuals and people. So yeah, that was deep, wasn't it? That was deep. Oh,
What was that?
that guy's a narcissist. Really? Really? No, I don't think so. I don't think so. You vain little imp. That guy's a narcissist. Hold on while I take 30 selfies and filter them all. Yeah, shots fired. Shots fired. They have to filter them. Have to hide the meth marks. Oh no. He is just Fender. This is my channel. I can be mean if I want.
Where's the TV14?
Don't have T14 on here. Find me. Find me.
If I don't edit?
No, I don't have one on there. I don't have one on this particular setting. That's right. That's right. There's no need for one on this setting. I say that's what I says.
Foul mouth.
I didn't say anything foul. I mentioned meth. 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 Like Methany Sanders. Who is Methany Sanders? A meth head. Oh, Methany. Methany hops over to your house. What can I do for you?
Why does he sound like a man?
Because the meth has ravaged her lungs and vocal cords to the point where she's meth. I've never done a drug. But I'm thinking this. I mean, here's the problem. And Randy calls them white drugs, not because of the race, just because they're the color of the drugs, white drugs. But if I were rich, especially if I was born rich, oh my goodness, I probably would have done something by now. Like, yeah, man, I only want the finest Peruvian fish scale. That's anything to do for me. Crack. Crackety crack.
Why do you want crack?
I don't know. I don't want crack. I don't want any type of drug, but I'm just saying, like, if I was rich, I probably would be like, oh, yeah, man, I'm about to go do some drugs. Come on, buddies. Let's go.
Probably do coke.
Let me go. Let me go in this. Could you imagine my artistic output, though?
No.
I actually had a girlfriend want me to do drugs once. She said, I would like to see you on. I forgot what drug it was. She said, I bet you would draw so much. I'm like, yeah. About this relationship. I'm gonna go get some drugs for you. She wouldn't go get me an eraser. She will give me some drugs and some shit.
So I'm gonna get you some weed.
Yeah, that'll calm me down. That would calm me down. But I haven't done anything. What's this? Oh, Randy sent me a tweet. So that was while my phone was my tablet was beeping.
He has a Twitter.
Excuse me. Yes, he does.
I didn't know that.
Yes, he has a Twitter. He is twatted. Isn't twatting like plural of Twitter? No? Uh-oh. Oh, people look at me funny. What the heck? I don't see it, Randy. Hold on. He's not in the chat, but I have to look at it. Now I'm worried. It could be breaking news. Someone could be dead.
Message him.
Yeah. Let me see. All right.
His nose is really big.
That was racist. He's a black man. Did y'all hear that? Cancel my wife. Her career is now in jeopardy.
No. It just looks weird.
Oh, so now his nose looks weird. I see. Wow. Learning a lot today. About you. Yeah. His nose is big, she says. It looks weird, she says. Anything else you want to add?
Really.
That's what I thought. We're already in enough trouble. Explain yourself tomorrow. You have to make a full-on apology. You're going to come in the chat like, hello? Yeah. I'd like to apologize about the comment that I made.
Everyone knows I'm not racist.
On last night's live stream. I made some comments that were derogatory, hurtful, and I want to apologize for those comments. Hold on a minute. I have to see something. 1 second. Keep the crowd busy. Talk to them about a bunch of booze or something.
No one cares about my bills.
That's why half the viewers are there. What are you talking about? Hold on.
They don't want to talk about them.
Let me see here.
People are more than welcome to sell questions.
Yeah. What's going on here? Let's see here.
Nobody's talking. We have 4 watchers and no one's saying anything.
Hold on.
So, like, breaking news.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to go and switch on IndieVolt.
Well, it's not really breaking news, but send Randy a link. Send Randy a StreamYard link.
Hold on. Dave asked, "Are you on colorist for your own books?"
No. No, I do not color my own books.
Except for the first Jeremiah Cross. Me and him did that.
Yeah, right. The first Jeremiah Cross, Lola and I both colored it. That's right.
And then I do a lot of the graphics for the inside covers.
Did you send a link? Oh, is that? Let's see here.
I'm putting you full screen.
Okay.
Why send him a link?
Yeah. So everyone, you can admire my awesome art for a while. I'm gonna bring Randy in here because he sent me some breaking news that I want to talk about. But what about on my station? Is it on IndieVolt? What's up? If I was any type of professional, I'd stop here and talk about it on IndieVolt. But I'm not a professional, so.
That's what I said.
Not a professional?
No, I said you should stop and go on IndieVolt.
No.
Facebook doesn't like me.
All right, there we go. Cold's starting to hit me in my hand. And it's starting to hurt. I think it's because I got my jacket on and it's too far up. So what's happening is those are actually trying to poke me.
Now you know it feels like getting poked.
Yeah. It's not good. Don't like it. All of my rulers keep getting taken. Not enjoying this. Not enjoying this at all. Okay.
You sent crying face. Crying and laughing. I don't know what that's supposed to mean.
Okay, because I sent him a link. He was just about to settle down for a nice winter's nap. I was like, no. Come in here.
There he is.
Howdy, bub.
We are live on my channel.
We're live.
Yeah.
Hey, Randy.
Yeah.
Hey there.
Yeah.
Christy,
All right.
what's up? Oh,
Please.
I see Trico's on there.
Yep.
Dave is with you.
Mm-hmm.
May the Dave be with you.
So I'm doing a little drawing, a little inking here. But
you still haven't read that tweet I sent you.
I just looked at it.
Oh my God.
So explain to us what's going on now.
My head has been in the clouds all freaking day, and you haven't sat down and read a simple little message that I sent you. Holy crap, dude.
So
there's a long story to this. There's a couple of long stories to this. The the last couple of we're live, right?
Yep.
Mhm.
All right, are we on Facebook or
We are
YouTube
on
or what?
Facebook and YouTube.
We're not on Indie Volt.
No.
So we'll be talking about this.
Yeah,
We'll be
yeah.
talking about this.
Yeah.
We all know the CG story.
Mm-hmm.
They chase these people out. These people get. Can I swear?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we late? We're at 9:20.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, anybody out there who doesn't like rough language, but this really brings out the spank in me. It's like a little monkey. I was jumping up and down earlier. These fuckers on the mainstream companies decide that their politics are too important and they chase off these key people.
Okay.
And they give them a fucking roadblock that they have to creatively climb over. So they start their Indiegogo campaigns.
Mm-hmm.
And Brightweiser. I'll get that name. We're going to know that name. What's his first name? And that guy, Mitch and Ellen, right?
Mitch and
Elizabeth. Yeah. Okay. They start Red Rooster about the same time. Yeah, that's right, Trico. You want to hang on for this? I've been sending you messages, at you and Varian, and you just haven't been reading this shit, man. And I'm like, dude, haven't you read the? I sent you a message. God damn it, you should have. And he's like, well, I haven't read the message. I said, I know you haven't read the message, or else you'd have sent me a link. These idiots, these what they call SJW motherfuckers, chase off all of these talent and give them roadblocks, hurdles to jump over. So the first place they go is Indiegogo. Mitch is doing Red Rooster. Ethan's doing Cyberfrog. Mike Miller's, I don't know, doing his passive-aggressive butt stroking. I don't know. Anyway, I can't go there. We're live. Now, what's happened is they've gone over and found another hurdle. This is why Mitch has let Red Rooster run late, because he hasn't just been busy. He's been really busy. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
He got approached by an investor. I can't be an investor. That's not the right word. Somebody in the know with connections who sent him up the chain. The reason he started Allegiance and he held off on doing Red, now he's working like mad on Red Rooster. He's got to work like mad on Red Rooster.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. They made a fucking deal with probably Walmart. I am assuming it's Walmart because the guy that he mentioned that had the connections was from Arkansas.
Okay.
So they are doing a trial period of 6 months where they have to produce those 4 books, the 3 in Allegiance, unless that Baz, I want to say Baz Luhrmann, that's not it. The Western book that they have is only a one issue. I'm not sure if it is or not. But they got an order to form their, if they could form their own company and get their ass coordinated, 6 issues a piece of 4 titles.
Okay.
And he's talking like a print run minimal of 4 million.
Ooh.
4,000 plus outlets it'll be distributed to end cap displays, large box store, starting in February
Of next year.
of next year. Of course, of next year.
Okay.
So they've been busting a hump trying to get ahead on product. But they don't get paid until they deliver. They don't get paid from the box store until they deliver product to the box store. Probably 30 or 60 days after they deliver product.
Mm-hmm.
So the talent has to get paid. They have to make a living because they're literally losing 6 months of their life doing 22-page issues
Mm-hmm.
of Alliance or Allegiance publications.
Ooh.
So they're doing that Indiegogo and offering those special editions in the box set. Those are all the first issues of the first books that are going to go out. And she makes mention that they're going to hit 4,000 plus outlets, end cap displays, large box stores in a lot of places that comic shops are not at. In a lot of towns and a lot of places. And the only chain I can think of that's got that many stores is Walmart.
Yeah, that's wow. That's actually
This is why they needed to own everything. This is why they approached Ethan and asked him if he wanted to come on board with Cyberfrog. And he ended up turning them down. It's an experiment. It's a trial thing. But this is a trial thing that Walmart has tried before.
Mm-hmm.
That I was associated with back with Gary Reed.
Mm-hmm.
When they wanted to try to promote books. They did a really small test run, though. Just a couple of states with Gary. Then they turned out a chain-wide attempt again that ran for quite a few years with Marvel. 6 titles, only 6 titles. But Marvel's history with the Marvel characters are so convoluted, they made them start over with their history, and that was the Ultimate line.
Mm-hmm.
And they went through, and I had heard they had gone through a 250,000 print run of every issue that went to the Walmart stores. At the same time it went to the retailers. And that was the main thing that kept the Ultimates running, because they had that deal running with Walmart. Then, after that deal is done, and they stopped doing the Ultimate books through the Walmart specialty houses, they walk over to the competition and talk to DC about doing the 100-page. DC offers to do 100-page reprint books that they do that ticks off all the retailers.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
Why the Ultimate line didn't tick off all the retailers is beyond me, but, you know. Is your boy Zach going in on it? No. Zach is his own thing. And Brightwisers are only doing 4 books. Those 4 books, the 3 books that are Allegiance plus Red Rooster.
I wonder,
And Elizabeth just posted an update right after we had got done talking.
Okay.
That hit the Twitter feed explaining all of this in the Red Rooster campaign. And any other news other than that, it has not gone anywhere, as far as I know. No Bleeding Cool, no, of course not, though, but, you know, because Rich Johnston does not want to, because this is a huge step for CG. I mean, a scary huge step.
Mm-hmm.
And I should pull it up. Let me pull it up and read it to you.
Okay, and not just for them. I mean, just for comics. I mean, if you're Diamond, are you pissed right now?
Well, I don't think so. Diamond probably doesn't give a shit as long as it doesn't affect their money.
Right now.
Right now. But if those 4 become 8, and the 8 becomes 16, and suddenly, you know, your Walmarts are your next big comic shop, everybody should be, you know, a little quaking in their boots. This was dated October 23rd at 3:57 p.m. So that was yesterday. So this has been out since yesterday. I just ran across the tweet after we talked. Mea culpa, future of Red Rooster. Hello, everyone. Your book is late, and I am deeply sorry. This is from Mitch and Elizabeth both.
Okay.
While this is in no way an excuse for the late delivery of these books, I want to provide some context for how I lost control of the production schedule. Here's the story, the whole story. 2018, in the weeks before the launch of Red Rooster Golden Age on Indiegogo, I began meetings with a successful Arkansas business leader about the unhealthy state of the comic book industry, as well as sharing my thoughts on how to repair the damage and win over new comic book fans. Elizabeth and I had our ears to the ground for some time listening to fans, retailers, creators, and commentators. The time for solutions and action had come. This great American art form should be accessible and discoverable in the wild again by curious and bright-eyed fans. Our idea was pretty straightforward. to place amazing new hero comics with unrivaled art and story, unspoiled by divisive politics, into convenient retail locations that serve communities where comic shops cannot. The great success of the Red Rooster campaign quickly proved that there was smoke and fire, and we began to garner some interest from other business leaders in our community. I burned the candles at both ends for 2 months, exhaustively promoting our campaign, and we began laying the foundation for what would occur over the next many months. Through the summer and into the fall of 2018, I worked on the first leg of Red Rooster. As we began making presentations and laying out legal framework for a little startup that could potentially change the comic book landscape forever. The response was overwhelmingly positive, and every door seemed to open a larger one until we were invited to give our largest presentation yet on October 26th. So they worked on it all through the summer, all the way up to October 26th. That was last year. Right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We pitched a major U.S. retailer and their national newsstand distributor on putting comics from a startup company with premier creators into mass market retail. Elizabeth, myself, our partner David, took it as far as we could. We worked and waited. A few days before Christmas, we got the yes phone call. After all the details shook out, we were offered a purchase order for nearly 1 million comic books, 4 titles, including Red Rooster, across 6 months as a pilot program in a nationwide rollout. And we had to build everything from scratch. Starting in January 2019, fledgling Allegiance brand had to find startup capital, build the teams, create the titles, create the company, hire the main staff, scout talent, negotiate contracts, invent a marketing campaign, produce assets, and so much more. It's been insanely hard. I was immediately pulled in 1,000 directions at once to make it all happen. Our retail launch is February 4th in 4,000 plus mass market locations nationwide. We're planning to be found on the end cap of the book section at a retailer near you. As you can imagine, the learning curve for a couple of artists has been colossal. This obviously created problems for the Red Rooster campaign. I spread myself way too thin for way too long. Elizabeth and I are heartsick over leaving backers in the dark, wretchedly heartsick. But now you have the truth. Maybe I should have just said all this sooner, but under counsel, we kept silent about our spectacular deal. And as other creators and staff became intertwined with the Allegiance Arts Initiative, we had a duty to protect their futures as well. Elizabeth and I sincerely and humbly apologize to each of you. I accepted all of the above challenges with open but naive eyes. The blame of a late Red Rooster is on me. I couldn't do it all. I am sorry. And I'm sorry I couldn't or didn't tell you until now. Providing existing fans with amazing entertainment and winning new fans to comics was and still is our driving passion. We put everything on the line to seize a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to place world-class comic books from premier talent into thousands of communities, underserved by comic book shops. We pulled the sword from the stone, and now we have to wield it, but I do not regret that. I hope that Elizabeth and myself can find some empathy and grace after these revelations. This unburdening is already a huge relief. We will be working to address every comment and message from backers, but that is going to take us a few days, and they have crescendoed over the past month. We will be closing the RR campaign, Red Rooster campaign, on November 15th and giving everyone firm fulfillment dates as soon as I can get solid data. This is very high priority for us. The project is obviously behind, and I have to wall myself up in my studio and muscle through Red Rooster as our Allegiance staff march forward with all other duties. I am committed to excellent craftsmanship, and that takes time. The overall page count for the book has increased to 68. That's 8 pages more than we promised, but this bird needs to stretch its wings. I will be doing some of the final phases on my Red Rooster Work live on my YouTube channel. The chat is always a blast, and special guests pop in from all the time. I want us to race to the finish together with an enthusiasm fitting for Red Rooster, Allegiance creators, and a bright future for comics. We'll be sharing art as well in updates, which will be occurring with more frequency now that the cat is out of the bag. We will be sending you Act 1 of Red Rooster Golden Age, the first 24 pages, as a digital download for backers in the weeks ahead. In earlier updates, I told backers that Red Rooster was leading us down some exciting roads. Now you know. Though I wish the circumstances were a little better and I could have accomplished everything with more deftness and efficiency. Still, it is important to us that Red Rooster backers know first. I hope you will choose to celebrate this news. It's an amazing win for fans, new and old, for the talented creators with us at Allegiance Arts, and for the future of great American comic book storytelling. Thank you for reading this, and thank you for backing this very, very special comic book. We value your support tremendously. Let's make comic book history together. Sincerely, Mitch Breitweiser. Special thanks to my Elizabeth for walking into the fire with me. I could not do it without you at my side. And special thanks for all helping hands, big or small, that lifted us up and helped us along the way.
Well, I mean, that's...
And then they have a picture of all of the Alliance crew having dinner. And it must have been old because Mitch doesn't have his mustache. His 90s or his 70s porn stash, I should say.
Well, so taking all that into consideration, what you just read to me. First of all, if I'm a comic shop owner, I'm pissed.
Only if you have a Walmart store around you. Actually, again, none of this would have happened. None of this would have happened if the mainstream hadn't chased these people out. None of the Indiegogo campaigns, and if Red Rooster hadn't picked off and shot off right from the start, that wouldn't have started that investor ball rolling and people's interest being piqued and all of this. This is all their fault.
Good night. Good night, Trike.
Trike's leaving?
Yeah, he's going to bed.
Yeah, I don't want to
Old man, Trike is going to bed. Have a great night. All right. Well, Trike's not excited about the news. I was jumping around like a little man. Where are those guys? How come they're not reading this thing yet?
Well,
this is big. This is big.
We'll have to talk. We'll have to do a special on it tomorrow.
This is the fourth time that Walmart, if this is Walmart, and I'm like 95% sure that it's Walmart, has gone to the comic market and offered them to do a test market for exclusive product going straight through the Walmart stores. So, and that also probably means that the DC deal is done. So, another great thing for them to be discussing at their meeting here. When is that? In the next couple of days.
Yeah. Interesting.
So Randy, he's in control right now.
Okay.
I am in control.
Yeah. That is pretty interesting.
We all know what that means. Oh, we're on the variant side of things.
Yeah.
Right. Click up Han Solo real quick, but I guess
I wonder if they realize that I mean, if I was a shop owner, man, I'm kicked off right now.
No, shop owners don't even know. Only the people who might have read this tweet or who have been following the Red Rooster campaign know that this has happened. And they must be at a point of no return now where they can announce it. Which is what, 6 months out? No, it's not. October, November, December, January, February. 4 months out. They're 4 months out. So all of these Kelsey and Butch and all of these people have had to have been busting ass the last couple of months doing product. So when they said that all of the Allegiance books are done, apparently all the Allegiance books are done.
Yeah.
They just need that money in order to survive until they get that first purchase order filled.
And
This is massive comics out into an incredibly large amount of outlets. He hasn't said if it's returnable.
mhm.
Or if they're taking returns, or if they're more than likely if it's 4,000 and they're only printing. He said it was $1 million or 1,000,000 comics, but I'm betting it's going to end up being more than that. Because if he's going out to 4,000 outlets, each outlet has to have at least 20 books.
Wow.
So what is that? That is 800,000, right?
Yeah, that's a lot of books, man.
That's a lot of books. Now, if they turn around and print them on newsprint and charge $1.50 for them, just a thought. And the parents walk by and say, "Oh, $6. Okay, I'll spend $6 on 4 comics."
Yeah.
More than likely, it'll probably be $2.50 though. Spend $10 on 4 comics. Drop in the bucket anymore.
Yeah. That is pretty exciting news. I wonder.
So you do a couple of one-offs. You do you do one 6-part story like Nora, and you have a superhero team like the Futurists. You know, that's why they have the variety.
Mhm. Very, very interesting. And, I mean, if it's Walmart, nationwide brand like Walmart, that is.
I'm willing to bet that it's Walmart, and that comes from my experience. Well, one, the fact that Walmart is based out of Arkansas.
Mhm.
That's the big giveaway. I don't think they can hide where they're coming out from. And what other chain has 4,000 stores?
Yeah.
You know, especially at the moment. But this isn't the first time Walmart has tried to do that. They talked to Gary Reed. Gary Reed started Gauntlet Comics intentionally to go strictly to the Walmart stores. I got this close to being their second book. If it wasn't for UN Force
Mhm.
dropping the ball, I would have been the second book. And I was ready to go. I had 2.5 books in the can. That was in the Zim's Heroic Tales book.
Yeah, I remember reading that.
I was ready to go, and Gary told me that they were all happy with it. They were good to go on it. But then once UN Force kind of fell on its face, they stopped it. So I got an ash can out of it. But other than that, you know, the book was stopped before it went to press.
Mhm.
We even had it in color too, long before Photoshop color. So. And we didn't color it with markers either.
You guys did computer coloring for that?
No, this is long before computer colors.
Oh, okay.
This is before Malibu kicked out and started playing with Photoshop. But we did it with Dr. Martin Dyes. It looked good. I still have it here. I still have the color tests here.
Mm.
Not that anybody can use them anymore. Everything's all digital. And I still have the artwork for for 2.5 books, plus an 8-page preview that was in the ash can.
That's really exciting news. I wonder. I mean, I'm surprised that no one's picked up on it.
That explains a lot. Well, they're not going to pick up on it. I'm telling you, it's CG. They're going to. Bleeding Cool isn't even going to report it. I'll bet you, unless somebody retailer complains or something like that. Then they might. Well, retailer uproar over a deal with Allegiance, that kind of thing. But all Allegiance has to do is give them to Diamond at the same time. They're far enough in advance that the books will be done.
Mm-hmm.
Offer them to Diamond. If Diamond turns them down, it's their fault. Boom! All of a sudden they're in Walmart. Sorry. Guess what? We've got 3 times the visibility that any of the other comics have had in 10, 15 years.
Yeah.
So you can expect Hollywood to notice. That's why I'm sure that's why Breitweisers want a chunk of all the properties. All of their hard work will pay off with just the first movie.
Yeah, that's wow. I'm jelly.
Yeah.
But that does sound really cool.
It explains so much about why he let that campaign slide. You know,
Mhm.
I'm kind of sorry I was as mad at him as I am. I'm still not sorry I didn't invest in the campaign, but I still might go in and do it just to have them. I bet those books, if that takes off, those books from the Indiegogo campaign and that first Red Rooster book will be worth some change. Anybody who's out there wanting to speculate on the CG market. But holy crap. And again, does that guy only have 3 fingers and a thumb?
Which guy?
The guy that you're inking?
Where? What? These right here?
Yeah.
It's not his. Her hand.
Oh, does she only have 3 fingers and a thumb?
No, she has 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That's a finger?
Right here?
No, on the other side.
Right here?
Right there.
Yeah.
Looks like a thumb.
She's
put.
finger.
Yeah, it's a pinky finger. She's. Yeah, she's.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
And now I'm self-conscious. I gotta redo the whole page. She's trying to pull him off from her.
He's trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, being overly critical. That's not good.
It's okay.
I'll have nightmares about it tonight, huh? Gotta wake up and look at that piece again.
And her other thumb is bleeding. Look at that.
Yeah, she's sticking her nail in his face.
She's scratching it. It's scratching in.
Yeah. I've actually changed this page once because of you.
It's not my fault. It's not my fault. It's all wrong.
You told him to change the guy's face.
Yeah. You had me change his face once. He said he wasn't showing enough rage, so he make his eyes bigger.
Yeah, you're doing comics. Comics thrive. Unfortunately, it's good and bad. Comics thrive on over exaggeration and stereotypes.
Yeah.
Instant recognizable icons. So that's why you have so many really bad racial stereotypes in the early comics.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody knows what a black guy looks like. Here, you put a watermelon in there.
Yeah, that's how it is.
Everybody knows what an Asian dude looks like. Just draw slits for eyes and have them buck tooth and make sure the skin's yellow.
Yeah.
You know.
Was Yellow Boy Asian?
Who what?
Yellow Boy, the character that was
Yellow Kid? Yeah.
Yellow Kid.
He was an Asian.
Yeah.
Yeah. They had stereotype Asians all the way up to Pie Face. Remember Pie Face?
No.
Sidekick to Green Lantern.
Huh.
Hal Jordan, Green Lantern.
I remember Ebony White.
Well, Ebony was different. Eisner was Jewish, and he was trying to be inclusive. And he just drew, like I said, he drew off of the stereotypes for the days.
Mm.
But he was written like as close to a normal human being as they could, as opposed to a stereotype. You know, he wasn't there because of his race. He was there for humor relief for the spirit.
Mm-hmm.
But once enough people complained, they quickly swapped him out for Sammy, who was the white kid who sucked on mints, candy cane sticks.
When they did the
Little Sammy.
when they did the TV show, didn't they put Ebony back in it? They gave him a different name though.
Well, Ebony was a staple of the series for many years.
Yeah.
He had his own. He had his own adventures. I think he had a detective agency, if I'm not mistaken. Same thing with Woozy Winks and Plastic Man. He had his own strip for quite a while as a detective agency. Only he was a fat white dude.
Remember, Alfred was once fat.
Who what?
Alfred was once fat.
Who was once fat?
Alfred, Batman.
Oh yeah. He was a little pudgy. Yeah. But again, they were drawing back on your typical stereotype butler.
Mm-hmm.
What's a butler look like? Oh, he's got a tuxedo on and he's overweight.
It's a little.
Took him quite a few years to go. You see this Cadbury guy hanging around with Richie Rich? That should actually be Alfred. Should look just like that. Oh, okay. We'll draw Alfred like Cadbury.
Alfred was he was a bumbling idiot at one point.
Yeah. Humor relief.
Yeah. He was like Inspector Gadget.
They brought Robin in because Batman was too damn serious, and he needed somebody to talk to because talking to yourself, damn, he might be crazy.
Well, yeah.
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 They weren't about to write that character back then.
Now he's totally crazy.
That was Neil Adams that started bringing that in. So that was the 70s.
Batman's insane, guys.
Still took him, the 80s Burton movies before they started really looking at him.
Saying, hey, you know what, guys? I think Batman's not right in the head.
He's a little bit of a loon. It took John Byrne to go, if he's a little bit of a loon, he probably wouldn't get along with Superman, because Superman's pretty grounded. So,
Yeah.
before that, you've got all these great World Finest stories where they're all buddy-buddy, coming from two totally different motivations,
Mhm.
but really good friends.
You're a superhero. I am too. Awesome. Let's be friends.
Yeah.
Sweet.
You wear your underwear on the outside also. That's cool. We must be buddies. Have you met my pal Robin? He doesn't have any leotards, but he wears his underwear on the outside too.
Oh.
And there's that classic Justice League cover where he goes. The villain has says something like, "I have killed your most beloved," and Hal Jordan's sitting there crying about Carol, and Flash sitting there crying about Iris, and Superman sitting there crying about Lois Lane, and Wonder Woman's crying about Steve Trevor, and Batman's crying about Robin.
Mm.
Not lying.
Mm.
Classic stuff. Much more innocent time,
Not according to Wortham.
Well, Wortham was a nut job anyway.
Wortham said you all were some nasty men.
Oh, he'd be completely ignored nowadays he'd fit right in with the SJW media.
You'd say,
Look at these evil horror books. They're so misogynistic. We should raise a Twitter mob and burn them. Burn them. That's what they did back in the 50s. Mass comic book burning.
That's why they're so expensive today.
That's why they're rare.
Mm.
Everybody wonders, why their Death of Superman hasn't gone up very far.
Yeah.
Nobody's burned them. Everybody hated the storyline. They burned the goddamn comic book. Suddenly, Superman would be worth Death of Superman would be worth some hard money.
Did you rush out and buy that book when it came out?
No.
No?
I was done with it. It was after Crisis. I was done. Crisis really turned me off. So, and then right after that, Heroes Reborn come out, where the Image guys tried to redo Marvel in their image. It was like, are you kidding me? That's where that great Liefeld Captain America picture comes from, where his chest is 5 times bigger than his head.
Yeah.
He's looking sideways. Look at my tits.
I've seen that picture.
Yeah.
Everybody's seen that picture.
Yeah.
Liefeld will never live that picture down ever again.
Yeah. That's although I did see a YouTube video, I didn't watch it, but it said why this anatomy is actually correct, but I didn't click on the video. Might have been clickbait. But
Well, only if you have a muscle structure of an armadillo. It's absolutely correct. He has size Triple H breasts, and he needs a brassiere. Can you tell I'm drinking?
What you drinking?
Sam Adams Cherry Wheat. That is the drink of choice tonight, because I couldn't get anything harder at the local convenience store I had to walk to. So, it's a drinking day. Is Ted awake this late at night?
Not sure.
Not sure.
I'm not sure. He's not in the chat, so he's not watching you.
No.
He'll probably watch in the morning.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
Does he work? He work 9 to 5?
I'm not sure. I don't believe so. I think Ted was Ted's an engineer.
Oh, is he? I didn't know.
Architect.
Oh,
engineer.
cool.
So, yeah, he's pretty much drawing all the time anyway. But
Oh,
yeah, he's let's see here.
I kind of offhandedly mentioned to Monica that I was going to take him to lunch, and she had a little offended, and then she said, "I don't care what you do." He's probably working until 9 anyway.
Well, it's 9:56 now, so she should.
Oh no, she got home a little
Oh.
after 7 today.
Oh, okay.
Tomorrow she'll be working late.
Yeah.
So, it's all good.
see here.
But yeah, I thought that was monumental news.
It
that
is.
Just everybody's gonna freaking ignore. Oh, it's just some CG people. And then, come February or March, if they actually do, and I hope Mitch is right, that they do end cap displays on those books and they make a big deal about them having them. Because they look really good. And they look very competent. And I was wondering why he was charging so much for them, but it makes a lot of sense now.
Mm-hmm.
And selling them in a what, Founders, right? Allegiance Founders pack?
Yeah.
That's what he was calling it, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That explains it, because that stuff might actually be valuable.
Yeah, that's.
But nobody's talking about the announcement that I know of. Gone to bed, so I guess it's just Dave now, huh? How many people are watching?
1.
That's Dave. Hey, Dave. If he's still awake. He sent us something about 10 minutes ago. So
Yeah,
he might have dozed off.
We're gonna have to do like a special tomorrow and talk about it. I put up a big Allegiance logo and cover it.
People still might not see it, or even wrap their head around it. But this is to me, this is really fascinating, because that's another one of them dominoes. That's going to be another one of them things. It's not just Splatto Comics, where Zach's making $300,000. Now it's not just Splatto and All Caps Comics, where Ethan's pulling down almost $1 million. It's not Splatto and All Caps and Naples Comics, that between the three of them, they've probably pulled down $3 million by now, when you add up everybody.
Yeah,
But now it's this, and it's going into another outlet, and it's going huge into another outlet. If they're covering, hey Dave, heard the bell. That's right. Oh no, different Dave. No, same Dave.
Yeah.
Right. And now they're going into 4,000 plus. Man, I hope they keep their word on that and don't just do a test market. Boom.
Yeah, that's.
Parents will be bringing home these books to their kids, and their kids will be bringing it to their retailer, and the retailer, because they're going to Bleeding Cool and Newsarama and all these people are going to try to keep this as quiet as possible. And they're all going to go, where did these come from? Did you get a crowdfunding campaign or something? Nope, bought them at the Walmart.
No, you have this book. I want issue 2.
We don't got it.
What the fuck, man?
Come back in 4 weeks and hope that you can catch one.
How do you know what? I know some store owners that'll run out to Walmart and try to buy them all and put them in their stores.
If they find out about it.
Yeah. Oh, they will. They will.
They might.
Once there's a market for them, I know store owners that'll rush out to Walmart. They'll go to they'll send their lackeys out to like 6-7 Walmarts.
If they were smart.
And buy all those goddamn
Especially
books.
the number ones. That'll sabotage the campaign real good.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure they'll even just to get them in their stores.
Yeah.
I need that book in my store. I can't, and I'm going to raise the price when I get it in my store too.
Yeah, but if they're not doing one shots, which I think that Baz book is, the Western book I think is a one shot. If they're not doing one shots, that's going to screw them. If they're doing 1 of 6, and they get the first one, that's what they did with the 100-page books. All the retailers ran out to the Walmarts and bought them as quickly as possible. That and the fact that locally here, Ludington apparently got mad because there was a three-week lag time from the first display to them being restocked with more number ones. It took them, they were out, or they were on the stands and they were out. 3 weeks later, there was another pop-up display with number ones that popped up, and then they kept the numbering ever since. But Ludington always distributes their comics. They used to deliver to all of the drugstores when there were drugstores. They always delivered their comics 3 weeks late because they didn't care about the funny books. Never did. It was always literally second-class literature to them. So that's what they ended up doing with Walmart. They got mad and said, hey, that's a comic. We distribute magazines. You can't have DC do that direct to you. It has to go through us because we need our taste.
Give me a taste of that.
Yep.
Have you ever called somebody and told them, hey, I need a taste? I need
We
to
all,
use that more.
we all know what it means. We've seen Godfather.
Yeah. I want my taste.
We watch Sopranos. We all know. That's what they mean by taste. And there was a lot of family involvement in comics distribution, just like there is in trash collecting. You know,
Yeah.
that's the way it works.
Need my taste of the action.
Mhm.
You guys are making money.
Well, what do you think you pay registration for to the state? Why do you think you pay gas taxes? The state wants their taste. Just like, there's just as organized as, organized crime.
I happen to marry.
Or disorganized.
I happen to marry Italian. With very
It's a
few
good thing
links.
majority of them come from Sicily then, right?
Yeah, and with very few links to a mafia. Very few links. Some, just not fully. I can't use this to my advantage. I want in some heavies places.
Yeah.
So I heard you ain't got any tables, huh? Come over here, put up a chair. Let me talk to you for a second.
Let me make you an offer.
Yeah. I understand that you don't want to give Van a table at your fucking show, huh? Here's fucking kid, eh?
Yeah, pretty much. Do comics amuse you? Do you find them amusing?
Ugh. Gonna have some angry Italians messaging me tonight. you guys think you're funny, huh?
Just be mad at the movies.
Yeah.
We're just parroting.
You know I'm doing to you, Eric.
Just say, go out and get your fucking shine box.
They'll be all on his own. They'll call us tomorrow. I'll get that Lucky Luciano talk. You know I'm gonna do to you, right?
Yeah.
What?
What?
No. That is exciting news, though. We're gonna have to talk about that tomorrow.
Hey, we didn't think you were very funny. We didn't think we were very funny either. I'm sorry.
That actually sounded like Chris's grandfather. That was pretty cool.
Kind of.
Yeah.
But yeah, big changes, man. Big changes. Big another big link in that domino, and it all ties back to these idiots pushing these people out of the mainstream and have them go, maybe we should do comics on our own.
Yeah.
Maybe we should go out and stretch the field a little bit. Maybe we should go out and find new readers. Oh, there's a novel idea. Maybe we should actually attract a female audience with quality product. That would be a novel change.
Yeah. But they my goodness.
Oops.
I can imagine it now. Heads will roll.
The what?
Heads will roll.
Nah, I'm telling you. Could just be a flash. They like you said, retailers might go out there and hit those Walmarts and pull them out, and who knows?
I mean, if I'm a store and I know there's a market for that book, I'm doing that. I'm sending, the wife out and whoever else to different locations. Hey,
Well-
I need you to find these Allegiance books and buy them out.
They're doing an opening not until February. So what happens in that previews for February? That's coming out next month. All of a sudden, Allegiance has a section in the green section. Hey, we've got these 4 books coming out. Artwork's already done, and it looks great. And we got Jackson Geist, and we're going to look like a professional company.
I believe, like, when the DC 100 pages came out, I believe that Dennis sent some guys out to.
Yeah, no, he did. He
Yeah.
did. And it took and Dennis had to rail on DC for months
Mhm.
before DC went, oh, I guess we'll offer them to the retailers now. I don't see them anywhere.
My Walmart has them.
I see as many of those as I see that magazine.
Yeah.
None. I don't see them anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm waiting with anticipation for Samedi's $4.99 80-page book. That'll be awesome. Even though I've already read all of Blood Rain, he's doing a couple other titles too.
I read Red Koi today.
Did you? Was it any good?
I liked it. It was written very well.
One to
We're
10.
gonna have Anybody watching who watches Indie Vote live, we're gonna have Nick Cagnetti back on Tuesday.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, he'll be back.
I
on
hope I
Tuesday.
have my book by then.
Yeah.
Because if I don't, I'm going to let him know. Where's my book?
Yeah.
Varian got his damn book. Come on.
Yeah, you
I
won't
ordered
want-
one of everything. I should have had a nice package.
Yeah. Yeah. It's you have to message him. Hey Nick, can I need that book, buddy?
Yeah. Varian got his books. Come on.
Yeah.
Varian got his frog book too. God damn it, Ethan. Ethan's live even as we speak. You didn't contact him and ask him to hold off because you were doing a live stream?
I didn't. I should have asked him.
Oh,
Yeah, like what the
man.
hell, bro? I'm doing a live stream. I don't appreciate that. You need to show a little bit of like I don't think he knows who I am. You know, I'm a big name. You know, and
I think it'd be funny though.
yeah,
Just bring his chair in.
Yeah.
Be nice to us. We have your chair.
yeah,
We have a feed directly to your chair. We will interview that chair if you know
yeah.
to.
We'll get all the gossip on your chair. Your chair.
All
Your
that,
chair's-
all that
your chair-
gossip.
Your chair wants to talk. Your chair wants to talk. It has a story to tell. Do you know he uses? He uses. He goes to Hobby Lobby. I've been told that I shouldn't go to Hobby Lobby. Like, and I've been told by an artist not to tell anybody I go to Hobby Lobby to get art supplies.
Why? Because they're religious.
They're religious, and you know they're.
I tell everybody I don't like that they need to go there for the special sale on Sunday. Hobby Lobby super sale Sunday. Sunday. You have to go.
Yeah. Oh, you never been to their Sunday sale?
Not really. I don't do that.
Yeah, you know that'd be awesome.
It is funny though.
You gotta go on Sunday. Everything's like 80% off.
Everything.
It's crazy. Those.
But when you get there, and if the door is locked, you have to knock really loud.
Yeah.
Keep going, open up.
Yeah,
I know you're in there.
Shaving a haircut, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need those specials.
Yeah.
Hobby Lobby on a Sunday. Endless excitement.
You know, I once had this idea, and I told the wife, and she humors me for some of this stuff. I said, you know what? You know, especially when I get pissed, I come for remedies. I said, if I'm rich, I'm gonna open an art store that stays open till like 3 a.m. Because when I need art supplies, it's always, it's always late. Then I thought about that. How much I probably get robbed.
All depends. Yeah, the big key though is to stock up. That's what you do. Buy in bulk, stock it up, get a box. I still got a box, even though I haven't really drawn much physically the last 2 or 3 years. I still have a box of supplies. I could start tomorrow. In fact, I still have 3 pads of paper that are sitting there gathering dust. That's only because Michael's keeps having a buy one get one free or a buy one get one 50% off coupon all the time, and there was a while there I just went in there and bought comic paper.
I used to work there.
Yeah, she worked there for a while.
You had access to coupons all day then.
Yeah, she would come and tell
My
me.
discount was stacked on top of the coupon.
Yeah,
There you
she
go.
would come tell me about super secret sales they were having. And we had to be up there at 2:00 because that's when this goes on sale. So we go up there and we'd sit around and wait, and they would go on sale, and I'd grab it and run to the register and we'd go have lunch because they'd be back in 2 hours for another sale. And it was like,
We keep moving this blue light stand all over the place.
yeah. Yeah. Apparently, there's still a Kmart by me. It's open.
Just closing at the end of the year.
Yeah.
One of the few. We got one
Yeah.
up here in Clio. Yeah, I think it's still open. It might be going. I know it's definitely going by the end of the year.
Yeah.
So, Christmas at Walmart. Extra blue lights.
Yeah, it's gonna be weird not having a Walmart around.
Dave says an art store open till 3 a.m. How great would that be?
Yeah. I'm a night owl. I like going to. I mean, I might go in there. There might be a guy and like, get on the fucking ground. Okay. Yeah, get
I can see that happening too.
get butt naked. Okay. Give me your clothes.
We saw him reaching into his pocket. Turns out it was a Micron pen.
I remember I was living in Detroit. I grew up in Detroit and I grew up in Rosedale Park though. So my wife tells me that's not really Detroit. But a buddy of mine came knocking on my door one night. It was like 9:45, close to 10 o'clock. He's knocking, frantically on the back door. So we know it's somebody that we know. Knock on the back door. That's a Houstonism. Anyway, so he's knocking and open the door and he's standing there in his socks and boxers. And I'm like, what's going on? And he's like, man, I ran over here, man. These what's got me. I was coming out of Coney Island, and this dude walked over. He pulled his piece out, and put it against my head, told me to get butt naked. And he took his shoes. I took his shoes, his pants, his hat, his shirt, his necklace, his watch, and his hamburger and chili cheese fries.
Oh, damn it. Naked and hungry. Naked and hungry is no way to go through life, son.
And I'm like, hey, you. And he's like, yeah, man. And then I guess he was going to go to his girlfriend's house, but he couldn't.
When its parents opened the door, they'd be in for a surprise.
So he came over to my house instead. And I'm like, wait, well, you got any? Well, we don't wear the same shoe size. I have much smaller feet than he does. And I'm like, I mean, I might have some clothes you can fit, maybe, because I wear, my clothes pretty big, and I think I gave him a pair of jeans and a shirt, and
just give him a tube sock. That's all he needs.
Yeah. He had boxers and socks on, and he's like looking at me like, "Hey, what? I can't believe he's what's, man. They robbed me, man."
Yeah.
I mean, his eyes teared up, and he was like, I remember the part that was funny to me was that. He was like, man, they even took my burger, man. They took my burger.
That's and his wallet, so he can't get more burgers. He's totally screwed.
Yeah. They didn't take his car, though. They didn't take his car. They took.
They didn't take his keys. Well, thank God for that.
Yeah. They didn't take his keys. They just took, the food and the.
Could have taken that thing on a Ferris Bueller joyride.
Yeah. He was a cool guy. He ended up.
He was really cool that night.
Yeah. You look at him and you say,
"Why are you swinging in the breeze?"
I don't know if I can handle that today. I was much younger and much. I think if he did it today, I'd probably be.
Just a second. Let me go get my clarinet because that pendulum's swinging in time.
Hey, they got you, huh, man? Yeah, man. I remember he blamed the Coney Island. Man, they got people loitering. Man, he got me for my shoes. Got my burger.
It's a good thing you were close by because if he'd had to go to the cops, that would have been really bad.
Yeah, I probably was about. Oh gosh, that Coney Island was on. I mean, I was at least a 5-minute drive from where he got robbed.
At least he had his car.
Yeah. He couldn't go home because his parents
drove with the windows up.
Yeah, it was. He just. I mean, the fact that he came to my back door just looking at me like this, I knew he had this. The look he had to open my back door was just funny. Like,
open. What the hell are you doing? Streaking? Come on. You're not going to go through my house.
Something might fall out. I don't.
Who bet you on this?
Yeah.
And how much are you getting?
Wow. Yeah, it was fun times back then. Not for him, but
good time.
Yeah. he wouldn't find it funny at all.
I'm sure it wasn't a laughing matter at the time at all.
My mother thought it was funny immediately when I told her, "What? Yeah, they robbed me." It's always funny when it happens to one of my friends.
Naked guys running around just as funny as farts. No matter what the circumstances.
Randy, have you ever?
Not in public.
I bought some ink many years ago.
What
And I
color
forget-
was it?
It was black ink. I bought it from okay, here's the thing. My mother used to go to these stores, and they're not dollar stores. They'll say they're dollar stores. When you go inside them, you're like, oh no, that lamp up there is $15 or $20 or whatever. So they had some ink, and it was I forget the brand of the ink. I forget the name of it, but it was in a little glass bottle,
Yeah.
and it was it was black ink,
Mhm.
and they had it with calligraphy pens and some brushes,
Okay. Yeah.
and they wanted $1.50 a bottle. I'm like, sweet.
Okay. Yeah.
I grabbed the bottle, and I said, if I'll try this, and if it works, I'll come back and score some more of it. Well, when I came home, I tried it out, and I was okay. I was decently happy with the results,
hmm
except for
The next day, you went back to look, and it was gone.
no.
It was actually invisible ink.
No, I picked it up 2 days later, and I went to go show my friend what I had done. And then I looked, there was big black fingerprints and smears all across the page. And I looked, and my hands were just full of ink. And the ink would not dry at all.
Wow, that's pretty crazy.
3 days later, and the ink would not dry. It took that ink about 7.5 days
Must have been some oil base or something.
to cure, basically. And I was wondering if you ever ran across anything like that.
Wow. No. But I used to keep a Frankenstein bottle of ink.
Oh, inks you mixed?
Yeah. We'd go out and buy some. I had caught some Rapidograph ink on discount. Bought a bunch of that and some Pelican and some Black Magic, Winsor Newton stuff, and anything that would make a black mark, and mixed a little bit of each of it together, and just kept it going. Had my own little boiling brew.
What did you do with
There's
it?
a lot of guys that would do that. It dried up eventually. It's not like I've inked anything since issue 39 of Flint Comics. So, I mean, with anything other than a Sharpie or a flare pen.
Now you have the George Perez piece that George did for the Flint Comics.
Yeah,
Now, did you have the original of that, or
I think I do, but the original's on typing paper.
is it? That's pretty cool, though. It's a George Perez.
Yeah,
piece, man.
it was very nice of him to do, and it was very disenchanting to have all of the comic media ignore press releases out that I had it too. So that was a little aggravating. Because I figured George, it's George. Everybody would cover this thing.
Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah,
That's the way that worked.
Yeah, that's great. It's disheartening. It's yeah.
Yet another lesson in the comic industry. Dun dun dun.
Yeah.
And it was really bad too, because on a whim I was doing a campaign book for my buddy who was running for county prosecutor down in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
And on a whim I sent Newsarama, and granted it was 2 or 3 years before Flint Comics 50, but I sent him a quick little press release thing and sent him a cover image and said, hey, if you're interested, I'm doing this crazy comic thing, a way to get sequential art out to the masses, because he printed up 20, 30, 25,000 I think of them and circulated them, sent one to every household. That's what he did. And and Newsarama actually covered it. And I'm like, well, that's cool, but Flint Comics, no. Flint Comics 50, nah. I just gave up after that. I stopped trying to attract the comic media. Screw it. If I'm going to go to all that trouble and not get any hits whatsoever, screw you guys.
Yeah.
Another lesson learned.
It's like I like to do as a X-1 comic book lessons, with the music and everything. Like, my books are late. Dun, dun, dun. Another lesson learned. It's the day before the show. Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm still running out to the mailbox every day waiting for comics. Dun, dun, dun. Diddly doo. That music, that organ music. Wah.
I tell you, it'll be a fun one.
Still not there. Damn it.
I tell you, the one that will throw everyone, for a loop. Guy comes home. Hello, dear. Hello, honey. How are you? I'm fine. 3 weeks on the road for Comic-Con. It's been a real month. I'm just happy to be home. I'm glad to have you home, dear. I'm gonna go take a nap. No, don't go back there. First, tell me about your day. What? Tell me about your day. I just want to take a shower, sweetheart. No. I want to hear about your day. I want to hear about the Comic-Cons. Aww. What was that back there? Nothing. What do you mean nothing? Who's in the bedroom? Nothing. No one. What? Okay. You've been gone for 3 weeks. I was so lonely. What? You know another man while I'm gone? I couldn't help it. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, I'm horrible.
What happens next, my friend?
Yeah.
Be sure to tune in tomorrow.
On Exposure Books. X minus exposure.
Turn in tomorrow when we hear Varian say, "Hey, let me get my clarinet. That thing's swinging in time."
Oh, you know who's Randy? Are there any autographs that you have that no one else can understand why you have them?
Autographs?
Mm-hmm.
Are you talking about normal people?
Well, maybe normal people.
Like, who is this Eisner guy? I don't know.
Like, you know, I remember people asking me, "Why are you so crazy about this Fingerroth guy?"
About who?
Danny Fingerroth.
Oh.
No,
I don't think it's like that. I really haven't collected a lot of autographs. I got a ton of autographs in my sketchbook, but it's all big people, you know, that I figured that I wanted to have some notation that I actually met these guys. You know, Neil Adams, Jim Shooter, Julie Schwartz, you know, Spain and S. Clay Wilson. Those people. That level of big professional are people that I hold in high esteem. People might look at and go, "Oh, what do you got this for?" You know, I would much rather collect or get oddball sketches from people that people don't know. What's this spark here from this Seth DeMoose guy? You know,
yeah,
that kind of thing. Or I have my most prized thing in my sketchbook is a sketch of H.R. Puffin stuff by Vince Locke.
What you don't have, what you do not have, is a Spank the Monkey by me, which I have.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
I need next convention when we're not doing anything, and I have my sketchbook. I'll have you put something in there.
All right, I'll hold you to it.
Yeah.
I'll be Grand Rapids.
Yeah, I'll be Grand Rapids. Yeah.
I'll try to remember to bring it.
Yeah. We got.
I should ask Dirk Manning for his autograph since I'm going to do a panel with him.
Yeah, you got all the panels, man. 3 of them, is it?
Just 3. Yeah. Bill Mesner Loebs, Dirk Manning, and the constant search for new talent, which on Sunday, which I'm really looking forward to. I hope it's well attended.
Can I?
I'm not quite sure exactly what I'll say after we, curse Dan Didio. And
I was going to ask you, can you?
Have you noticed Joe Quesada's tweets lately have all been of his drawing board?
Yeah, I sure did. Like,
there's some new talent for you to search for.
Yeah, me.
Hello, old friend.
Hello, Arbor, my old friend.
Hi, guys. Hi, Scott. What's up?
I've come to draw with you again.
Yeah. It was more like, hello, old friend.
My job is in jeopardy.
No. I don't think that's right.
I should probably
Because if it was in jeopardy, he'd be taking the place of Alex Trebek. He's only got days to live.
Yeah, I've heard that. It's very sad.
God bless Alex Trebek.
Yeah, I am. I'm gonna miss him.
Scott wants to join in. What do you think this is? We're not going to talk about our porn career.
Well, I'll end on Facebook, but you can go ahead and put it on. Send him.
I'm not friends with him.
You're going to get kicked off of Facebook here in 6 minutes anyway.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
You have reached your 2-hour limit. Get the hell out.
Randy, could you send Scott a Facebook link?
How do I do that?
Invite.
Invite? Where is that?
On the
Or the bottom of the
StreamYard.
Who what? Oh, invite. There
yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
Invite.
Copy the clipboard.
Copy the thing.
Copy to clipboard.
Yep, and then there you go. All you got to go to him and hit um
Hit that X. Hit
control,
Scott's name.
hit paste.
Where?
Go to Facebook Messenger, and then click
Oh,
copy.
okay.
Yeah, and
Well,
paste.
I'll have to call up my Edge here. Give me just a second. Here.
Mm-hmm.
It's been a while. I sent out a mass that winter thing. I didn't send that to Scott, I don't think. There we go. Scott, I am sending you. Oh, I did send that to him. That winter song. Paste. Here it goes, Scott. Boom. You saw that. I sent that to you, didn't I? You thought it was funny. That little song about winter.
No,
Mm-mm.
No.
I don't get any of the adult things.
I don't think you've looked. Let me go up here and look. No, oh yeah, it is. It's above your meth girl.
Okay. Methany.
Meth. It's above Methany. Where is it again? Oh, it's right below my long. Hey, did you notice that tweet text I sent you?
Okay, I'll check it out.
That's just going to change the industry. It's funny.
Yeah, I hope Scott Hurry comes in here. I have questions for him. Randy, where were you when you heard about the first? Do you remember where you heard about Image?
There's Scott right there.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, Scott.
Hey.
How are you?
You caught me in my maintenance man uniform.
Maintenance man uniform.
Yeah, and an old grubby sweater and a t-shirt. I didn't realize you guys are doing a Thursday night broadcast.
Well, it's my regular channel. It's either
That's why there's a variant up in the corner.
yeah.
Oh, I see. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, way up there. Way up there.
But always nice to have you on. I have a question for both of you.
Lola, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Randy, I had to have Randy on because he was explaining to me how the industry just changed again.
I asked him if he saw a tweet message I sent him earlier today that shows that everything's shifted, but he hadn't. So I had to get on and read it to him because, he's hinky.
But
He's hinky. I like that.
Hinky. Yeah, I come down here to work and I'm on the computer and not doing nothing.
So where were you guys when you first heard about Image Comics?
Oh God, I was. Where was I?
I was just a thought in my dad's eye.
You,
No,
Yeah.
just kidding.
I was a tingle in the loins of my parents.
Yeah, there you go. No, I was at, I think I was at Arrow headquarters because I remember the group of us driving over to the Chicago Con that year after Youngblood had been printed, just to get up at 4 a.m. to go in and get our Youngblood signed by Rob Liefeld, which I think we resold. I don't think I have that copy anymore, but if I do, I'll definitely scan it and post it. But we had him sign it just to see the blurriness on his face at 4 a.m. because they were doing an all-nighter. They were there. Image is there, and Rob was there to sign. So
That wasn't when they had that big tent outside the hotel.
that's exactly what it was. They had the big tent outside. Yeah.
When
And there were still people there talking to him too, which was cool.
oh yeah,
4 a.m.
when I first heard about Image, I believe it was through Comics Buyer's Guide. I just got that week's edition, and there it was, big headline: major Marvel talent leaves to form Image or something, their own company or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's when it started.
I remember reading about the DC implosion in a Comics Journal.
The Comics Journal, yeah.
The implosion of the late 70s.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They notified everybody.
I remember that, but I don't remember other than cursing. I don't remember exactly where I heard about Image.
If you're watching on Facebook and we drop, you can pop over to my YouTube, Kid Riot on YouTube.
Just know that we love you and we're glad that you're along.
Yeah. YouTube. Yep.
YouTube.
Kid Riot.
So,
Kid Riot.
is there an actual limit on that you can do on Facebook?
They'll
sometimes
kick you after 2 hours.
Yeah, sometimes. Some people they like longer, but
Right now, we're still on.
yeah, I'm still
We're still there.
Did you guys start at 9?
And Ted's awake too because he just liked our morning show
8:30.
just a few seconds ago.
Oh, 8:30. Oh, wow. You guys went on for an hour, almost 2 hours.
Yep, 8.
Still here.
The short version of what happened is that the Brightwise started.
I got a kick out of this. Oh, come on. Oh, I'm gonna have to dump it. Hang on. There we go.
Okay.
Done. All right. Now we're back. Yesterday, the Brightwisers posted on their Red Rooster campaign an explanation as to why they are late on Red Rooster. The whole story.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That'd be interesting. If they caught up. What's their
and why they started Allegiance and a second campaign on Indiegogo for those 3 Allegiance books.
Yeah. What was their story? What's going on?
Well, they can finally tell because apparently nobody can come between that and what they've already got rolling. But they've signed an incredibly large deal with a retail outlet in 4,000 plus stores that they're looking to be at the end cap of their book section in a lot of places where retail comic shops don't exist. I'm pretty sure it's Walmart. They didn't name them right off, but they did mention that they caught the attention of an Arkansas business person. So and that's where Walmarts are based.
Hi, Amber.
And
that's not the first time that Walmart has tried selling exclusive comics.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually the 4th time.
And
that I know of. There might be others.
And them trying to negotiate this deal is what kept them from fulfilling their orders?
Them negotiating the deal, getting everything off the ground and getting the foundation for Allegiance Arts done and solidified to the point that it is now has kept them from concentrating on Red Rooster. But they're back working on Red Rooster constantly because that's one of the books that are going into Walmart. There'll be 4 books, the 3 books under the Alliance Indiegogo campaign and Red Rooster.
Yeah.
And that's what's kept them fulfilling the orders from that first campaign.
Yes.
Oh, I see.
And the reason they started the second campaign is because they have the purchase order, but they don't get payment on the purchase order until after they deliver.
Oh.
And they have talent that they have to keep happy.
Oh, okay. Now,
so they've been out scrambling, not just trying to get everything set up, but to pay to get everything set up and to cover expenses.
Okay. Now is everybody have people responded to their?
No, nobody's seen this thing.
Oh, haven't seen it yet.
They had to put it up on Twitter in order to tell everybody, apparently, because I haven't been back over to the Red Rooster campaign to see if anybody's reacting to it. But as far as I know, that's the only place that news has come from. That and the fact that Brightwisers posted it on Twitter.
Okay.
They did that yesterday, and nobody's talking about it. But they're talking millions of books.
God.
Into hands of people that don't normally read comic books.
It's gonna be huge.
Hero comics that nobody has seen the properties of, all with number 1s, all kicking out they're saying they're hoping for the end caps of their book department.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, do you think Walmart will actually go through with this? I mean, you said this isn't the first time they've tried doing this.
No, I was associated with Gary Reed, and we had a deal with Walmart for the New Breed.
Oh.
Gauntlet Comics was supposed to go to Walmart. So the first Gauntlet comic that came out was UN Force.
Okay.
And it was such quite frankly, it was such a disaster that Walmart ended up backing out of the deal after a couple of issues of UN Force. But New Breed was supposed to be the second book in the pipeline.
And now, was it that you guys weren't happy with New Breed, or that
No, everybody. Gary was happy with it. He apologized up and down. He printed a ash can with an 8-page preview in it, and was talking about releasing it separate, but nothing ever come out of it. But
wow.
Walmart was supposed to pick it up. The second time Walmart was associated there, they went to Marvel a few years after the Gauntlet deal. And they said that we want to carry some books that everybody walking in off the street could pick up. You've got recognizable properties, but all of your properties have a big history.
Wow.
If you want to start over, we'll give you an order they only allowed them 6 titles at a time, but they gave them an order in their test market that they were running them through. They gave them an order of 250,000 books for every issue that they produced, and they worked through Walmart's for many years.
Oh my gosh.
Doing the Ultimates line.
Oh, that's where Marvel. That's where a lot of that stuff ended up at.
That's what I
Okay.
understand. The third time they went after the Ultimates line stopped, and I guess the contract was fulfilled or whatever. They went to DC, and DC started supplying them with 100-page reprint books.
And what
Just a couple years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah, those are all. I don't know if you ever saw those.
I don't think so either. I mean, I remember, of course, when DC was famous for its, super page, 100-page giants.
Oh yeah, you had to go into a Walmart in order to buy them. They even had the same trade dress as the old giants.
That's right. That's right.
$4.99, 100 pages. It's all in newsprint and it's all reprints.
Yeah, and that harkens back to when they were doing that back in the 70s.
Yes.
To the format.
Yep.
And now that's what Marvel is doing now too, right? They're producing these 100-page giants.
No, those magazines that we had were from '94.
It's DC Super Giants. I thought Marvel was doing it also.
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
It's an awesome format, and they should be doing it, but they're not.
Yeah.
DC does it. DC does it in newsprint, and because they're going through the Walmarts and they don't want an angry mom mob when they're reprinting stuff like Michael Turner, they're going through and putting granny panties on Wonder Woman, and making sure that the bikini tops are more covered and no little booty cheeks or nothing.
Hey, Wes. Wow.
They're trimming them down too. They're trimming down the more statuesque, because that was all during the Circle template period.
Oh, sure.
Why they started doing that instead of going back even farther? If they want to do an awesome Wonder Woman book, all they got to do is reprint some of those old Ross Andru books that are whimsical and crazy and.
Oh, sure.
Because then you got to pay estates, and
it's not like they're paying royalties now.
They can do it with the George Perez run. He had good 60 issues. He did
that too. Yep, that too.
And George was awesome at being, very middle of the road.
Yep.
Montanized stuff. Nothing.
Yeah.
No, that's not bad. There's
a lot of stuff that they could have leaned back on, as opposed to having to doctor up the curvy period.
Oh yeah, definitely. I wonder
there's some awesome reprints in those books.
I wonder how those are selling for DC through Walmart.
I don't think they're selling anymore. DC got so much hassle from the retailers, they started offering them through previews. I haven't seen any in the comic shops.
My Walmart still has them.
Does he? Do they?
Yeah. Mine
cool.
still has them.
I haven't been out to a Walmart in a while.
I would love to see the sell-through numbers.
But I will be in February.
Yeah.
I'll go there. I'll buy one of every book.
Yeah, aren't they? They've got to be producing, 500,000 plus for the Walmart chain, aren't they?
They're talking millions.
Oh my God! Again, I'd love to know the
4,000 plus outlets that he's saying all at once. Boom!
Holy crap!
Yep.
4,000 outlets.
Talk about a saturation in a marketplace that hasn't been that exposed before.
Oh yeah, and that
I think that even the Ultimate line was on a test market in a few states.
how many copies do you think they average per outlet?
I don't know.
A couple hundred.
I have no clue whatever they I'm sure they have demographics and numbers already in mind. They're saying they already have the purchase orders, that there's no backing out on it. That's why they announced it. They were under they weren't saying anything about it under advice of counsel.
Oh.
Until they got clearance. Apparently they got clearance a couple days ago.
Lola, have you or Varian seen those at Walmart?
They still haven't specifically named the retail outlet that they're going through, just that it's going to 4,000 plus.
The DC ones, yeah, the Bright Watchers, no, that won't come out until February. But,
but-
February is when this.
but the DC ones, yeah.
The DC books.
Yeah.
Have one of you guys seen it at Walmart?
Oh, yeah. There's the Justice League book. I got
Yeah.
quite a few of them.
How many copies do you think you normally see sitting on their racks or their displays?
What they have there is they have a very small cardboard pop display, point of purchase display,
Yeah.
that has only 2 slots. Each slot can carry up probably a dozen books.
I was there. When I was there last, I seen about 7 different covers. Say about 4 to 5 each of each book.
Yeah, that
So
sounds
probably
about right.
about 50 books at most.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And they were and they were, but my problem with my Walmart is they don't put them in the book section, they put them in the collectibles area.
because that's
Up
where they
front.
started. All of them are in the collectibles area, up next to the Pokemon cards.
Yeah.
So they're next to impossible to find.
Yeah,
you,
well,
have to be looking for them in order to find them.
and that's got to be. I crunch about 200,000 after that, so 500,000 would be an easy number.
Well, you could probably figure
Or more.
quarter million every print or every issue.
Yeah, easily.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great. That I hope that gets out there. I mean, it's nice to see. It's exciting to think that more comics can get in front of more eyes with the Walmart exposure. It's like when
Right.
comics used to be at every drugstore and grocery store and
Yep.
all that. So this would be a great way for comics to hopefully get a boost as a medium.
Well, I'm real interested in seeing the product and seeing what the cover price is going to be. So, I really hope it's low and accessible.
What do you mean the product? You mean
The actual printed book.
For the Allegiance books.
you mean
from Allegiance? Yeah,
Allegiance? Oh, gotcha.
I'm hoping that it'll be if they're going to do 32-page books, that it's at an accessible price, so that the parents aren't put off by it.
And Randy theorized that this Allegiance deal happening might mean that the DC deal is done.
Might, I don't know.
Say that again, Varian.
The Allegiance deal might signal the end of the DC deal. They might have just had a small license with the DC deal that they let lapse.
Oh, you don't think they would carry DC in addition to another?
I don't know. I can't say. They might run both of them concurrently. I have no idea.
They would be able to. I think.
And for whatever strange reason, they didn't mention specifically Walmart. That's all my conjecture. So it might not even be Walmart. But
That's
what other chain of stores out there has 4,000 plus outlets?
And
Yeah.
it has internet connection in Arkansas.
Yeah, or a connection back to Arkansas.
Oh, that's where. Okay, all right. Well,
And all of this started because Mitch and Elizabeth were pushed out from mainstream comics. The whole CG thing,
I see.
because they'd have never caught the attention of these business people if they didn't have the Indiegogo campaign for Red Rooster. That's what they attribute all of this goes back to, that Red Rooster just bumped up all of these ideas.
Okay.
No, it's not going to kill the comic shops, Dave. I wouldn't be surprised if the Allegiance pops up in the next previews.
Oh yeah.
They offer them to comic shops. What's the harm? A couple extra.
I hardly think that this will affect the comic shops because.
But will they know? Will anybody out there have read that news, especially with the way the current comic news is going? Would anybody be informed enough when they place that order for those Allegiance art books?
Oh no, and
that they're also going to be in your local Walmart.
And not to mention, Walmart's only carrying so many books and or copies. So
it could disappear on the day that they're released.
Yeah, and once you get people interested in comics from that exposure at Walmart, they're naturally going to try and search out other places, or the word will spread.
Yeah.
And hey, you like Walmart? Go down to 29th Street and there's so and so.
But their big thing that they noted in their notice with their explanation on Red Rooster is that they're going in a lot of places that has no comic shop.
Oh, okay.
A lot of places where a comic shop, because the comic shops are only down to 1,600.
I thought it was 15.
15?
15,
Yeah.
really?
Oh no, libraries are 16, right? They figure the comic shops are down to 1,500. This is going to 3 times as many outlets
Man, that's amazing.
at once.
That is amazing. No, I mean it's all, I think, all for the better for the industry itself and for the medium too.
Yep.
I-
Now would be the time for Marvel and DC to kick out some 100-page, $4.99 reprint books that go way back and introduce everybody to their icon characters
Oh God,
and
yeah.
just
And
circulate them through the newsstands again.
that's the one of the great beauties of having a back inventory of hundreds of thousands of
You
material.
would think so, but Dan Didio is quoted as saying, "We keep kicking out these facsimile books, and they're selling as well as our new printed books, and we have no idea why."
That's amazing to me.
I am dead serious.
Oh my God,
He has no clue as to why. So we're selling 30,000 of this Batman comic that was out in the 60s.
Exactly.
Why in the world is that happening?
School still, but
Maybe
I
people want to
know.
read a competent story where something happens. I don't know. That's
Yeah.
not one of 6. That could
And
be
artwork
big hit.
that's used.
accessible and readable. Yeah.
My God.
Are these guys picking up the book and handing it to their kid, going, "I read that when I was your age. Enjoy it."
I remember when that Spider-Man World Trade Center issue came out,
Mm-hmm.
and we're talking about books and where they're distributed at, and I really wanted a copy, but all the stores were either the store owners that taking them on and put them up on eBay for absorbent amounts of money, and anybody who did look out and get one, they weren't selling them, and I just wanted one.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't a regular Spider-Man. I would read Spider-Man, but he wasn't on my pull list at that point. Anyway, my buddy told me, he says, "Well, just wait it out. Wait about 2 weeks and go to Barnes and Noble, and you can pick up about 2 weeks. It'll show up." And sure as hell, it was there in 2 weeks. A battered. Yeah, they were kind of worse for wear because they were, they just pull them out and throw them on the shelf. But yeah. And
Oh, sure.
and Lola just told me that her school's bookstore or her college just got bought up by Barnes and Noble. So
Oh,
she,
really?
yeah, she has to order all her college books through Barnes and Noble.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. So lovely.
Maybe they'll get comics in the college bookstore. Wouldn't that be great?
What a great way for Barnes and Nobles to get a taste.
Oh yeah.
The textbook money. Num num.
All right.
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that, Randy. That's rather fiendish.
To try anything to keep them out of bankruptcy, right?
Yeah.
Hey, how'd you like a percentage of the textbook business?
Oh my gosh.
Wink, 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 wink.
yeah, it's
Oh
just
my God.
Some of those books are $200 a hit. How'd you
Yeah.
like that?
What's that, Lola?
I said I just buy codes.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
For the book.
buys the digital one. She refuses to buy the actual textbook because
No, we were not allowed.
you're not allowed to buy the actual.
No. We
Huh.
have to buy the code because it's the book plus like the assignment put together.
Well, how much are the codes usually?
Probably the whole syllabus. Yeah.
Oh, the
They
code.
range anywhere from 25 till I paid 170.
170 for a book code.
Mm-hmm.
No, you said codes.
Yep.
CODES.
Yep.
Yeah,
And that's that way you can get the material online.
yeah.
Oh, I see. I thought you said clothes.
Oh, no.
Tops or pants. Well, you gotta be dressed nice for college. So
Yeah, she's learning graphic design, so she's
oh, really? Awesome. Well, good luck on that.
yeah, she
I'm
wants
a year in already.
to join the ranks of comic artists, and she's like, I'm gonna be a graphic designer.
Oh,
Poor babe.
don't do it. No,
You don't need paper for that.
that's true. No, that'll be fun. There's a lot of opportunities out there for graphic art talented people. So
I fear she's missed her time. I mean, that
oh,
Dora
God.
Marvel.
Oh, there's so much more. Oh, there's so much opportunity for people with those kind of skills these days.
I don't know, man. That Dora Marvel closed when they stopped hiring all the women now.
Just ran out of milkshakes.
Ran out of milkshakes. What is that about?
Long story.
Oh. Do we save that for our "Let's Piss Everybody Off" broadcast?
Oh yeah,
Probably.
yeah.
Probably be a good one.
That's awesome.
I'm
It's interesting that you can.
We're still on Facebook, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
Okay.
My gosh, it's amazing though when you think about how, you like you said, the textbook market. That's still an amazingly large, market. Oh
I am. My daughter went through it quite a few years ago. I kept her art history book. I went and looked at it. She says, I can return that book. I said, no, you can't. I'm keeping it. That's a nice book. I'm keeping it. Had a lot of examples and stuff in it. Yeah.
I still have my art history book from when I was in Kendall, late 70s. I think they have found more lost art than they had posted in that book, probably.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So I have a question. Now
Yeah.
you both taught art, right? It was funny because I met my son's art teacher today.
Yeah.
Earlier.
Oh,
I
you
caught that.
something about that. What is that? You feel like you're meeting a step parent or something?
Yeah, I feel like I'm meeting like I just pulled up and like I'm driving down the street, right? And I pull up at my ex-wife's house and I see some guy outside tossing the baseball around my son. And I'm like, the hell are you doing? He's like, hey, sport.
Did he actually call you sport?
No, he didn't. He didn't. But it's
Did you
just,
report that mess? Label that sexual harassment right there.
Yeah.
Nice job. Boom.
no.
Don't let me get away with it.
But he walked past me. He gave me the thumbs up, the double thumbs up as he walked past, and I'm like, and I'm looking at him, and I told the lady who was with us, I said, I bet he's an art teacher because he has a fedora. He wears a fedora like all the time,
That's a dead giveaway.
and I'm like, I said that's an art teacher. And I asked Cade, and Cade didn't seem like he's like, I don't know what you're talking about. So then he walks back past, and Cade's like, yeah, that's my art teacher right there. I knew it, but yeah, I just meeting him, I was like, yeah.
Did that exchange happen that you texted me?
Oh no, that was me just being funny about
Oh, okay.
what would happen. If that would have been great. You've been teaching all these bad habits. Yeah, well, you've been teaching how to glue popsicle sticks.
Yeah. And don't forget the macaroni.
Yeah, the macaroni. We're doing
And the construction paper.
yeah.
That's what the macaroni's stuck to.
We're doing art, sir.
Yeah, we're doing art.
Yeah. You're doing.
So we're teaching all the youngsters to be artistes.
Mm-hmm. We've been asked to come back, so we'll have to drag Scott down next time too.
Yeah.
Oh, you'd have a blast. It was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
We went down there through the school. They rotated us like 20-minute sessions through the different classrooms, and we all taught the kids how to draw something.
And this is in what school system?
My kids' school system, the Cherokee, Chippewa Valley.
It's like a private. Is it like a private school?
No, it's public. It's public.
Is it?
School
It's
choice.
public school.
Yeah.
It's a nice school. It's like, hey kids, let's draw SpongeBob. Okay.
And they were all excited
Let's
to see
draw
us,
Mickey Mouse. Yeah.
and sad to see us go.
I love it.
I see some of them at the convention.
Yeah. Yeah, some of them come to the Comic-Con. They're like, I know you. You came to my school. I'm like, buy my comic, kid.
That's one of the rewards from doing that, because I've been doing it since about 2004, and you never know. Some kid walks up to you at Myers or who knows what, Mr. Zimmerman.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I took your class when I was 10 years ago. Like, oh, there we go.
I still get a kick when sometimes I'll run into people that I had as kids in some community ed class or something, and they're all grown up, got beards and wives. I think, holy shoot, how long has it been since I taught this kid?
Yeah.
My God.
So when they walk up and they say, my mom said hello, and you're like going, well, tell her I said hello back.
Yeah. Remember when you babysat my mom?
Like, well, no, that wasn't what I was thinking. It's like, where have I met your mom? So
Yeah, exactly.
exactly where? Was she in a class before? Or, was she swinging on a pole? I don't know. My mom said hello. Oh, okay. Well, tell her I said hello back.
Boy, who is your father?
You're gonna have
You look a lot like me. I don't know if I should like
No.
that.
None of that. None of that.
I'm getting off here.
No.
Yes, my toe hurts.
No one cares.
Lola needs to get off.
I need to get it.
The air.
See where we go if we're not regulated.
Yeah.
We're never regulated.
Well, Randy's had a nice drink.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, I got to scoot myself, guys.
Okay.
Let me in for a little bit.
No problem.
Yeah, you need to come back on Tuesday nights.
Yeah.
Tuesday nights, Thursday morning, or Thursday morning. We had a big talk this morning. We didn't get off the air this morning until like 1:30. Well, we were off the air, but we didn't stop talking until about 1:30.
Yeah.
When I made him get off.
Yeah.
Then she made him get off.
Crack. Let's go, you.
Pretty much. It's like, we have parent-teacher conferences.
Yeah.
I guess I got to go, guys.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you later.
Okay, guys, we'll catch you a little bit later.
All right.
Scott. Always good talking to you, buddy.
You bet. You too. See you.
We'll see you. 2:25 and counting.
Yeah, I'm surprised they didn't.
We have 4 people watching us now. Oh, according to my Facebook, there's only 3.
I
Surprised.
think 5 altogether.
I'm surprised they did not drop me. Kick me out of here.
I just haven't noticed you.
Yeah.
It's a light night.
Yeah, they're like, get out of here.
Who's this Raven guy? He's broadcasting the same time.
They'll put me all up, throw me off of here. We want you off of our network, sir. Shot Louis streaming bands. You've been streaming a lot lately. We're gonna ask that you not stream.
You're abusing the system, sir.
Yeah. Oh man, the words I'd have for them. I haven't begun to abuse. Watch this.
Yeah.
24-hour.
Oh, it's 24-hour drawcast.
Yeah.
Hang on.
That's a bit too dark, but that's okay. I'll keep it.
That's what we should do with 24-hour comic book days. Just do it over Facebook.
Yeah, it's 24 hours.
2-hour chunks.
I'm back at the table. Screw
It'd
this.
be more like, we're back. I'm sorry I fell asleep for 3 minutes. Dozed off at my board.
Mm-hmm. This doesn't qualify me, does it? I'm back.
Then we could draw music while we're working. That would be cool. Or we can play music while we're working.
You can draw music.
We can draw music while we're working.
If it's on Facebook, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. On YouTube, they're like, nope, shut down.
YouTube's parts 1, 5, and 6 are copyright strike. You know we're gonna have a channel. Boom. That's your first, second, and third strike, son. You're done.
All in one night.
All in one night.
Fascinating.
Oops.
How'd you do it? We never seen anyone get banned this quick before.
I bet they have. There's got to be some crazy wackadoo out there that got banned their first night.
Yeah. Somebody would have known had a live sex show or something.
Who knows?
Did it on PlayStation.
To imagine. Well, it's a lot better than Twitch, where they just paint themselves
Yeah.
and take money.
Hey, you know what? I'm thinking about starting a Twitch channel. I'll paint myself. Hello. I'll dance, paint myself. I'll paint Lola. Yeah. Look like that. Inking pages. Take you a while usually.
Me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. All depends. All depends upon the book and what I'm inking with and how detailed it is. I've spent some time inking.
Yeah, I'm learning different things from this experience.
It would take me a while to get back into the swing of things if I was doing it manually. Just to get the bearings back on the tool.
I've seen people just turn their lines black digitally and leave it at that.
Oh, it's horrible. I can never do that. Besides, there's so much drawing I do in the inking phase that, you know.
Yeah, I'm learning that. I'm still going in and rendering and illustrating even after I've long finished the piece. So I thought the piece is finished. I'm still going in and tightening up lines here and there and adding more stuff, and it's
Right.
the whole thing.
Just stopping my cam for a second so I can clean my glasses. I should probably take off too. It's after 11 o'clock.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off here so people can go to sleep instead of watching me. Although I know that everyone enjoys watching me.
You have 5 people watching now.
Yeah, they love to watch.
There's
I-
9. There's 9 people that love you.
Yeah, but I want to keep them. I want to keep them interested, and I'm going to actually take some of these live streams and put them on Indie Vote TV,
There you go.
so that I could be watched there too.
Yeah, Lola's back.
Watch me. Yeah,
Junior Dunn says he does.
yeah. See, yeah. The police are looking for Junior Dunn. Yeah.
Either that or he's getting married.
The police are looking for him there. I've been joking with him because there's a gentleman they're looking for. Well, not looking. He's not a gentleman. He's a horrible offender, but he's looking for.
Knows where the shit.
And they're looking for this
Thanks
guy.
for that. Yeah.
And
I don't
he's,
want to joke about the police.
yeah. Forget. Yeah.
I had
Yeah.
2 nephews in Florida that I probably won't see for a few years.
Yeah. I mean, it could be like a Weiss family here. They have a nice prison network.
Junior's cutting all the lights off.
Is it?
Yeah.
Sexy though.
Look,
That's what he says. They better not be looking for him cutting all the lights off.
Well, I sent you a picture earlier, JR, and that was the guy. I said it looks like I think I sent it to you too, didn't I? Yeah. So it looks like a bootleg JR. It's and the guy looks like alternate like reality JR, who's like a thief and like a criminal. But he looks really bad, like 1,000 miles of bad road. If JR made all the wrong decisions, that's probably what that guy would look like. All right, people. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thanks for coming over and sharing this. We'll have to.
Thanks for having me. Maybe tomorrow I'll start getting work done.
We're
you
going.
gotta do the live stream tomorrow.
Yeah, we got to do an emergency stream tomorrow about the whole.
An emergency stream.
Yeah, about the whole. Yeah,
We're
breaking
going
news.
over all of this again.
Yep.
Mhm.
Yeah, this time we'll do it more gusto. We'll be a little bit more professional tomorrow. Just a little bit.
I won't have as much beer in me. That might be a problem.
All right, thanks for watching me. I'm gonna get this piece finished probably tomorrow, and then thanks for watching me, guys. I appreciate it.
All right, we'll see you tomorrow, man.
All right.
All right, take care.